So much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your service. Hare Krishna. Please welcome to our ISKCON Portland Srimad Bhagavatam class. I will start my prayers first. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानो सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपसिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपसिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदे गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today's verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 14th chapter, 30th verse. I'm going to share my screen so that we can all see the verse. Yes. So this is 114, 30th verse we are going to read today. I'll read the verse. प्रद्युम्नः सर्ववृष्णीनां सुखमास्ते महारथा गम्भीररायो अनिरुद्धो वर्धते भगवानुता प्रद्युम्नः सर्ववृष्णीनां सुखमास्ते महारथा गम्भीररायो अनिरुद्धो वर्धते भगवानुता प्रद्युम्नः सर्ववृष्णीनां सुखमास्ते महारथा गम्भीररायो अनिरुद्धो वर्धते भगवानुता. Anyone wants to read the sloka, please recite the sloka. Yes, Prabhu.
प्रद्युम्न सर्ववृष्णीनां सुखम् आस्ते महारथा गम्भीरारयो निरुद्धो वर्धते भगवानुता.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Anyone
Hare
else? Hare Krishna, Vijay Lakshmi Mataji. Hare Bol.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Text 30. Pradyumnaha sarvavrishnah sukham yaste maharatha gambira rayo niruddho varadhate bhagavan utaha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Anyone would like to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Pradyumna sarvavrishninaam sukam aste maharada gambhirarayo aniruddho vardate bhagavanuta. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So we'll read the synonyms. Pradyumna, a son of Lord Krishna. Sarva, all. Vrishninam, of the members of the Vrishni family. Sukham, happiness. Aste, are in. Maharataha, the great general. Gambhira, deeply. Rayaha, dexterity. Aniruddha, a grandson of Lord Krishna. Vardhate, flourishing. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Uta, must. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. How is Pradyumna, the great general of Vrishni family? Is he happy? And is Aniruddha, the plenary expansion of the personality of Godhead, faring well? Purport. Pradyumna and Aniruddha are also expansions of the personality of Godhead, and thus they are also Vishnu Tattva. At Dwaraka, Lord Vasudeva is engaged in his transcendental pastimes along with his plenary expansions, namely Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, and therefore each and every one of them can be addressed as the personality of Godhead as it is mentioned in connection with the name Aniruddha. So, dear devotees, we all know the context, right? In what situation this verse has come up, right? When Dhritarashtra and Gandhari left home, Yudhishthira Maharaj was so much lamenting. Then Nadamuni came and gave his teachings, instructions, and he also gave hint that Lord Krishna is going to very soon leave the planet. So you guys, I mean, you also mentally get prepared to leave this planet, because whenever the Lord comes, his associates come, and whenever the Lord departures from this world, along with him, all his associates will also leave, because they can't. There are several reasons given in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, but mainly the Lord's devotees, they cannot tolerate separation from the Lord. So after hearing that, Arjuna goes to Dwaraka to see Lord Krishna. Then Arjuna was not coming back, so Yudhishthira Maharaj was lamenting so much, and he could also see so many inauspicious women. Like so many women are explained in the first part of this chapter. After he has seen all the bad omens, basically, then finally Arjuna came back. When Arjuna came back, out of lot of excitement, anxiety, Yudhishthira Maharaj was asking the well-being of the family members of Vrishni by mentioning name by name, name by name, name by name. He was into so much of anxiety, because when he was seeing bad inauspicious moments, he was understanding that maybe there must be something must have happened. Maybe Lord Krishna must have left this planet or something like that. So out of anxiety, out of happiness and anxiety, he was putting so many questions to Arjuna, and one of the questions is, how is Pradyumna, the great general of Vrishni dynasty, Vrishni family, and how is Aniruddha, who is the plenary expansion of the personality of Godhead, right? Aniruddha and Pradyumna, as Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport, that these are all the expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they were all playing roles in the Leela of God, in the Leela of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, in the Dwaraka pastimes, basically. So here, if we could see, even though there are expansions of Krishna, Pradyumna is a son of Krishna and Rukmini, and Aniruddha is a son of Pradyumna. Pradyumna got married. Pradyumna's consort actually was Rati Devi. There is a wonderful pastime explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. We are going to see that pastime at the end, if time permits. And Pradyumna also was given, Rukmi's daughter was given to Pradyumna. Rukmi is the brother of Rukmini, just to maintain some nice connections, because Rukmi is always, envious of Sri Krishna and Balarama and this family. So Rukmi, but somehow he wanted to maintain some good family relationship with his sister Rukmini. So he has given his daughter Rukmavati to Pradyumna in marriage, and Pradyumna fathered Aniruddha from the womb of Rukmavati, and Rukmi also has given his granddaughter to Aniruddha. So Aniruddha got married to the granddaughter of Rukmi, and the daughter was married to Pradyumna. So in that way, Pradyumna has given birth Aniruddha. But still, actually, these are quadruple expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? There is a first Chaturvyuha, there is a second Chaturvyuha, so Vasudev Sankarshana Pradyumna Aniruddha, Vasudev Sankarshana Pradyumna Aniruddha, two quadruple, Dvitiya and first Pradhama and Dvitiya Chaturvyuhas are there, right? So and I'm going to share. Let us first discuss because this verse is specifically talking about the expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We can see there are so many expansions and plenary portions and portions of plenary portions of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Let us first but what are all the expansions of the Supreme Lord considered as Swa Amsha and Vishnu Tattva? Same, belonging to the same category, and we have so much of information given in the Srimad Bhagavatam about the expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because we have time constraint also, we will see how much ever we could actually be able to cover. If time permits, at the end we can actually read the stories, we can understand the stories, Leelas of Pradyumna and Anuruddha, very very beautiful. Anuruddha and Usha marriage, and also Pradyumna, how Rati Devi got back his husband when he was actually killed by some demon. All these things we can discuss. But before going to that, I just want to share something from Srimad Bhagavatam related to this verse. This is actually from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, fifth chapter. Pradyumna, the third manifestation is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna. So Pradyumna is considered third manifestation, appears from Sankarshana. Those who are especially intelligent worship this Pradyumna expansion of Sankarshana as the principle of the intelligence. So he represents intelligent. The goddess of fortune always chants the glories of Pradyumna in the place known as Ilavrita Varsha, and she always serves him with great devotion. His complexion appears, this Pradyumna and Aniruddha, these are Vishnu manifestations, right? So goddess of fortune worships. His complexion appears sometimes golden and sometimes bluish, like new monsoon cloud in the sky. He is the origin of the creation of the material world, and he has invested his creative principle in Cupid. So he is a Cupid, invested his creative in Cupid. So this Cupid was destroyed by Lord Shiva in the pastime of Pradyumna. Basically, then the Cupid he wants to have the new body, so he enters into the body of Pradyumna. That is a different, Leela mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We will see if we can actually discuss that today. It is by his direction only that all men and demigods and other living entities function with the energy for regeneration. Cupid is regeneration, right? Cupid arrows causes regeneration. Next, Aniruddha, the fourth of the quadruple expansions, is worshipped by the great sages and psychologists as the principle of the mind. So Aniruddha represents mind, and Pradyumna represents intelligence. Sankarshana represents false ego. These are all given in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. His complexion is similar to the bluish hue of the blue cloud. Almost all the expansions of Krishna looks like Krishna only, right? Beautiful Krishna only. Shyamasundara, bluish complexion. He engages in the maintenance of the cosmic manifestation and is the super soul of Dharma, the deity of religiosity, the Manus, the progenitors of the mankind, and the Devatas, the demigods. The Moksha Dharma Vedic scripture indicates that Pradyumna is the deity of the total mind, whereas Aniruddha is the deity of the total ego. But previous statements regarding the quadruple forms are confirmed in the Pancharatra Tantras in all respects. So this is a little bit of information we are getting from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And regarding now, our present verse is talking about the plenary portions and expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since these portions and plenary portions are portions and plenary portions of the Supreme Lord, they are also sometimes addressed as Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So in the Srimad Bhagavatam third canto, wonderfully it is shared. We will see regarding the avatars and expansions of the Supreme Lord. So this is 1.3.26 the Srimad Bhagavatam. Here it is saying talking about the incarnations. Oh Brahmanas, the incarnations of the Lord are innumerable, like rivulets flowing from inexhaustible sources of water. So Ananta, unlimited incarnations. The incarnation, the list of incarnations of personality. This chapter itself is the sources of incarnations of the Supreme Lord, right? So whatever the incarnations mentioned in this chapter is not complete. It's only partial view of all the incarnations. There are many others like Haigriva, Hari, Hamsa, Krishnigarbha, Vibhu, Sachasena, Vaikunta, Sarvabhauma, Vikshuksena, Dharmasetu. There are so many avatars of Lord are there. And moreover, Lord also takes his birth in aquatics, vegetables, reptiles, the birds, beasts, the men, demigods, etc., just for the maintenance of faithful and annihilation of the unfaithful. It is also mentioned. And he also incarnated as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? 550 years back, he Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared. He is none other than Krishna. In Brahma Samhita also, it is mentioned that the incarnations of the God are mentioned, such as Rama, Nasimha, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, and many others. So Lord incarnates as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. And the 27th verse is saying that all the rishis, manus, demigods, and descendants of Manu who are especially powerful are plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. This also includes the Prajapatis. See, there is a prima mukhya and gauna avesha avatars. So in the mukhya avatars are called as Shakti Vesha avatars. And vibhutis are given to like this demigods, manas, rishis, and descendants of Manu. These are all called as Lord's vibhutis. Empowered by because vibhuti means empowered by the Lord with some energy, but mainly are Shakti Vesha avatars like Prudu Maharaj and many other avatars. I will show you one diagrams to understand this, but little later. Those who are comparatively less powerful are called vibhuti, and those who are comparatively more powerful are called avesha incarnations. Basically, Lord's avatars are divided into three principal forms like Swayam Rupa and Tadekatma and Avesha Rupa. Okay, but in Avesha Rupa there are two categories. One is Avesha, who has more powerful are called as Avesha, less powerful are called Vibhutis. And this is very most important verse is 28th verse. एते चं सकलः पुंसा कृष्णस्तो भगवान् स्वयं इन्द्रारिव्याकुलं लोकं हृदयन्ते युगे युगे. All the above mentioned incarnations, because this chapter initially mentioning all the incarnations of the Supreme Lord are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord, but the Lord Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheists. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists. So, in this particular stanza, Lord Krishna is distinguished from other incarnations. He is counted among as the avatars because everyone, people might say, oh, he is also one of the avatara. But there is a meaning to avatara. Because out of his causeless mercy, the Lord descends from his transcendental abode. Avatara means